Do you know which are the top 10 biggest ministries in the world in 2024? In this fascinating exploration, we delve into the size and scope of global powerhouses. These ministries aren't just big in size but also in budget, personnel, and global influence. We've crunched the numbers and done the research to bring you the most comprehensive list available. From the sprawling networks of armed forces to the vast budgets allocated to defense, these ministries are truly colossal. Stay tuned as we count down from 10 to 1. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have the Ministry of Defense Turkey. This ministry oversees the Turkish armed forces, which are composed of the Turkish Army, Navy, and Air Force. It plays a pivotal role in maintaining Turkey's national security and sovereignty. Moving to number 9, we find ourselves in Iran. The Ministry of Defense in Iran manages the country's military forces, including the Islamic Republic of Iran Army, Navy, and Air Force. This ministry is also in charge of the country's missile program and the defense industry. Next up in the count at 8 is the Ministry of Defense, Brazil. This entity oversees the Brazilian armed forces, which include the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Brazil's Ministry of Defense also manages the country's military policy and budget, ensuring that the nation's defense capabilities are always up to par. At number 7, we have the Ministry of Defense, Japan. This ministry is responsible for the Japan Self-Defense Forces, which include the ground, maritime, and air self-defense forces. With Japan's pacifist constitution, this ministry's role is unique in that it focuses on defense and peacekeeping efforts rather than offensive military actions. Finally, wrapping up the first half of our list at number 6 is the Ministry of Defense, Pakistan. This ministry manages the country's armed forces, including the Pakistan Army, Navy, and Air Force. It also coordinates with other ministries and organizations on matters of national security and defense. From the rolling hills of Turkey to the bustling streets of Japan, these ministries play crucial roles in ensuring the security and defense of their respective nations. They are tasked with the enormous responsibility of safeguarding their countries, managing vast resources, and navigating complex geopolitical landscapes. That brings us halfway through our list. Let's dive into the top 5. Cracking the top 5, we have the Ministry of National Defense, South Korea. This ministry is the cornerstone of South Korea's military defense, overseeing the Republic of Korea Armed Forces, which includes the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Moving across the Pacific, we land in the United States, where the Department of Defense, colloquially known as the Pentagon, takes the 4th spot. This Pentagon-shaped behemoth oversees the United States Armed Forces, including the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps, as well as various defense agencies. It is a symbol of military power that resonates across the globe. Heading eastwards, we find ourselves in Russia, where the Ministry of Defense claims the 3rd position. This ministry controls the Russian armed forces, which include the Army, Navy, and Aerospace forces, among others. Russia's military prowess, combined with its strategic positioning, makes its Ministry of Defense a key player in global defense affairs. Finally, for the second biggest ministry in 2024, we turn to India's Ministry of Defense. This ministry is responsible for the country's military defense, including the Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force, as well as various paramilitary forces. With its rapidly growing military and strategic alliances, India's Ministry of Defense is a force to reckon with on the global stage. These ministries from South Korea to India play pivotal roles in their respective countries' defense strategies. They are the guardians of their nations, ensuring security and peace for their citizens. Each ministry, with its unique structure and responsibilities, contributes to the global fabric of defense and security. Now, having journeyed from East Asia to South Asia, from the Americas to Eurasia, we have one more ministry to reveal. Can you guess which one it is? And finally, the biggest ministry in the world in 2024 is the Ministry of National Defense, China. This ministry's influence is immense, reflecting the global reach of China's military power. Its responsibilities are vast, overseeing the world's largest military, which comprises the Army, Navy, Air Force, and strategic missile forces. The Ministry of National Defense, China, stands as a testament to the country's strategic prowess and military might. Its size is not merely physical, but also in terms of the scope of its duties, which extend from the training and welfare of personnel to the development and procurement of advanced weaponry. But what sets this ministry apart is its global impact. With its extensive resources and strategic alliances, China's Ministry of National Defense plays a pivotal role on the world stage. It's not just about defending China's national interests, but also about asserting its position as a global power. In a world that's increasingly interconnected and interdependent, the role of such large ministries extends beyond national defense. They are key players in global politics, shaping the course of international relations. And so, the Ministry of National Defense China, with its vast size and influence, not only defends the world's most populous nation, but also plays a significant role in shaping our global future. So there you have it, the top 10 biggest ministries in the world in 2024. From Turkey to China, these ministries play a crucial role in their country's defense and global influence. Indeed, these 10 ministries have stood out in 2024 for their size and the breadth of their responsibilities, managing vast military forces and defense agencies. The size of each ministry was determined by a combination of factors, including the number of personnel, the scope of their operations, and the budget allocated for defense. Each of these ministries, from the Ministry of National Defense in China to the Ministry of Defense in Turkey, holds the enormous responsibility of ensuring the security of their nations. They manage everything from the Army, Navy, Air Force to strategic missile forces and various other defense agencies. It's a testament to their commitment and the trust their nations place in them. Thank you for joining us in this journey around the world. Remember to subscribe for more interesting content.